I think it's really important for the funders to realize that impact evaluation really deserves upfront consideration and strategic investment to make sure that we really understand what works and make sure that our future investments actually make the difference that we want them to.
Gap maps provide both funders and researchers a better idea of where there is evidence and where there is not. This way we can prioritize where to do future research. STIP.
Science is the promotion and facilitation of research. Technology includes the use of mobile devices, the digitization of data, and the use of the internet. Innovation includes programs that create an enabling environment for innovation to occur, such as incubators and accelerators. Partnerships are non-traditional and innovative ways to create and implement programs between public agencies and philanthropic or private sector entities.
We can identify priority research questions that can guide future investment in research in this area.
There's been a lot of work, a lot of impact evaluation on digital finance, but there hasn't been apparently much evaluation of the extent to which that impacts marginalized populations, including women.
There's a huge amount of programming that's being driven by cluster theory. So the innovation networks in the innovation ecosystem, and there's an interesting theory of change, but there's very little validation and a lot of money being poured into it.
It is fairly surprising that we only found 6 systematic reviews that cover any of this.
I think there's a lot that we do at USAID, and especially in the U.S. Global Development Lab, that is saying that we can do more and we can do better when we do it in partnership, and we don't have a way to back up that claim.
The evidence base is very much skewed or centralized in a couple of major areas like mobile health, and there are many frontier areas for new research and evaluation.
We're already making investments or decisions in these areas, and the evidence isn't there yet. It really helps empower people in their own countries to be their own development champions and solve their own problems. That's sort of deeply embedded in our theory of change.
The hope has always been to come to agreement with other donors on specific areas where we want to collectively fund more research, either in the form of impact evaluations or systematic reviews.
A lot of what you're talking about are what I would term technology diffusion or deployment types of interventions, which almost never get studied in developed countries and high-income countries. And of course, it's a much bigger deal in more of a developing environment.
Now is a really good time for impact evaluations on policy and regulation of digital because of investments that various groups are making.
Partnering with 3IE on the evidence gap map for STIP, I think, is an opportunity for us in the Global Development Lab and at USAID more broadly to really walk the walk when it comes to using evidence and data to drive our decisions and our investments.
For more information on 3IE and scoping work, go to Publications and click on Scoping Paper Series.